The winter edition of the Sigma Artificial Intelligence and Blockchain Summit in Malta is approaching very quickly, and this is one of the premier events in this space every year. So with me today, the CEO of Sigma, also the CEO of the summit, Iman Pulis. Welcome to have you here.
A pleasure to be on your program. Thank you for having me.
And also, could you just give us an update? I know we're closely approaching the day that the summit begins. What are some of the highlights that you'll be looking forward to?
Yeah, well, the summit is fast approaching, as you're saying correctly. And why Malta? Why November? There's so much going on at the moment, not only on the blockchain front in Malta, but also on artificial intelligence. So I think the summit that we're anticipating is a celebration of two things. Number one, the government has launched a consultation process and now also a paper on artificial intelligence to incentivize AI companies to move to Malta or co-locate with their offices. So anyone worldwide doing anything on artificial intelligence will find what the government is offering in terms of a regulatory framework very, very enticing. So that's reason number one why AI companies should come over. Reason number two is more related to the blockchain companies. And the government is currently working on a fourth bill. Let's not forget that last year the government launched 3 bills. This year the government is also working on a fourth bill that will give a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, its own legal personality. And this could be big for the industry because we are talking about giving a legal personality, not just to a human being, not just to a company, which many companies have a legal personality, but also to a decentralized autonomous organization. So it's a world first. And here at the summit, we need all the brightest minds to come along, share ideas, and help us shape the future.
Well, I think artificial intelligence may be the hottest industry and trend going on in the world right now, and so many companies are doing this. There's so much potential with how it could help companies streamline their business, gather data, just improve efficiencies. And so I guess, can you give us an idea of just where the AI industry is right now and why this is just such a prime time to have a summit like this?
Yeah, I think AI has been with us for much longer than many people probably are aware of, right? But now the buzz is real. Companies are realizing that they can apply artificial intelligence to cut costs, to maximize efficacy. And we are seeing some great solution coming out there, not only from the big boys in the industry, but also from younger startups. There's a lot of good technology coming out. And finally, any company can find solutions to automate part of their process within their company. So probably unlike blockchain, companies can see the immediate benefits of applying artificial intelligence much, much clearer. And that was the reason why from the Malta Blockchain Summit last year, we rebranded it to the Malta A.I. and Blockchain Summit.
There's a lot of overlap in the industries too. I mean, in terms of just the technology and how companies can use these to really kind of revolutionize their business.
Absolutely. The two go hand in hand together. And what we see in the show, in fact, is a nice balance of blockchain technology and artificial intelligence technology. And the amount of cross-pollination between the two is phenomenal.
Now, you've had some very distinguished speakers in the past. You've had a Tony Vase, a Brock Pierce, a Roger Ver. Who would we be expecting to be speaking at this year's summit?
Yeah, we have a great lineup of different speakers from different walks of life, from policymakers and government, including the Prime Minister himself. We have members of Parliament from the UK, Mr. Marland, Sir Marland. We have also speakers from walks of life, including social impact. So I'm sure you know Akon, many know him as a superstar singer. But this gentleman, Akon, is also doing a lot of good work in Africa for social impact. So he has his own coin, Acoin, and with it, he's been granted great tools by various African states to actually push this subject forward. So we have them gracing the floor plan as well and gracing the stage. Yeah, the lineup is vast, and it's made up of many different spheres from the entire ecosystem, including investors, policymakers, entrepreneurs.
So for attendees who are looking to keep up to date on the different conferences and the different speakers, where can they go for that information?
AIBCsummit.com. And I think something very important to point out, maybe one last thing to point out, is that whereas our inaugural summit was an introduction to blockchain to show that the hype is real on the country, I think since 12 months ago, we have made enormous strides as an industry. And us as an events company, let's not forget, we're just an events company. But as an events company, we can already see that the industry is maturing a lot. The kind of delegates that we receive is also a different kind. It's a kind that is there for the long run and maybe not for the short run when you have a bull market and it excites everyone. So last year we had a lot of people coming, over 8,000 people. This year we have a bit less. We have over 6,000 people coming, but I guarantee you the quality of the attendees is phenomenal.
Now, what would you say the buzzword is this time around? If there's like some kind of headline that you would write about what attendees can expect at the summit.
Yeah, good. I wouldn't know what buzzwords to use or what one keyword to use. It would probably be a number of those. One of them would be social impact. We have a heavy lineup of content on social impact. Another one would be implementation. So again, whereas last year was more of an introduction, this year we're actually zooming in on a number of industries. And to this extent, together with the Malta AI and Blockchain Summit, we also have another big workshop lined up next to it, which is on medical cannabis. And I'll give you an example. A lot of governments worldwide, they are regulating the space in cannabis, and they are making it legal to use cannabis either for medical reasons or to a lesser extent for recreational reasons. However, one thing that a lot of governments are asking is to put the entire process from planting the seed to actually giving the product to the patient. So that includes planting the seed, growing, extraction, packaging, and selling over the counter to the patient. The entire process needs to be on the blockchain to trace where the actual product is coming from. So we have a workshop dedicated to medical cannabis on the blockchain. And that is attracting a different kind of crowd, including pharmacists, investors in the industry. And I think this is what will make this summit special.
Well, there are definitely three very hot and very interesting industries that could shape the future of the globe, really. And they're kind of all there in one spot in Malta coming up in November.
I can't wait.
I can't either. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. So thank you so much, Aman, for coming and sharing this with us. And we'll be sure to introduce people to a lot of reports when we're there.